Well, hello everyone. Happy Monday. This is your favorite doctoral expert, Dr. Chanel T. Smith, and I am coming on here to talk about recommendations, specifically how to get the best ones. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I've been working with several of my clients. Some of them are prospective doctoral students. And so, of course, you need recommendations in order to do your application. And then I have some current doctoral students who are working on fellowships or postdocs or any types of scholarships, other types of scholarships. So they need recommendations as well. So one of my clients, before I do that, let me back up. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Chanel T. Smith, and I am a doctoral expert and an institutional consultant. What I do is help doctoral students fast track their degrees without putting their lives on hold. Yes, I help you navigate through the various stages of your program, whether you are just entering the program or about to go on the job market. I am there to journey with you to help you finish. Okay? So back to what I was saying. It was really pressing on me that I needed to come to do a live on recommendations. Why? Because I had several clients who either didn't get into their program or who either did not get the fellowship. And one of the main things we talked about were recommendations. And I said, okay, so talk to me about your recommenders. How did you ask for the recommendations, right? Did you take any courses with them? How many? Did you get a good grade in their course? And one thing that was consistent among my clients was, well, yeah, I emailed a professor that I took a course in and asked them if they can write me a recommendation. And they said, sure. A couple of things that are not right with this. Number one, if your advisor or the professor that you're asking for a recommendation has not given you a good grade in the class, right? Number one, don't ask them for a recommendation. If they don't know anything about what your academic pursuit is, right? If you haven't had a conversation with them about why you want them to write a recommendation and what you plan to do, you might want to have that conversation first. Also, and this is really, really important, it might seem very simple because it is, but many of you don't do this. When you ask for a letter of recommendation, you don't just say, hey, professor, can you write me a letter of recommendation? Because many of them will just say, sure, send me the information and I'll write it. Those of you who do that, you run the chance of getting just a regular recommendation. We call them on these committees, on selection committees, as form letters, right? Where you can take your name out, put another student's name in, and it's the same thing. You want to ask them if they can write you a great recommendation. That one word, great, not even good. Can you write me a great recommendation? You know why? Because when you use that word, it forces them to think, hey, do I really know this student? Do they perform well in my class? Do I think they can handle the rigors of academic life? Do I really know, what their academic pursuits are? Can I write them a great recommendation? And if they can't, they should tell you that, right? If they say, no, I actually can't, move on, find someone else. Or if you want to, ask them why. Right? But if they say they can't, you really don't want to ask a professor who already told you, I cannot write you a great recommendation, to write you that recommendation. That is a huge, huge thing. If you know someone who can benefit from this short live stream, please share it with them, tag someone, forward it, share it with your networks, because this one thing, I know a lot of applications include a whole lot of other stuff, whether you're applying to get into a program or fellowship or scholarship or postdoc, but recommendations are key. Why? Because you are asking our colleagues, right? Our colleagues in the field to write on your behalf. And we trust our colleagues. So if they are not giving their all and presenting you in a positive light, saying, yes, this person, you want them in, I fully support them, we're not going to be jumping on trying to get you into our programs, into our institutions, because it takes a lot of work. When you get accepted into a program, we are investing in you because our name right? It's kind of like your family tree. Our name goes with you, right? Oh, who'd you study with? That's important. And if they can't write you a letter of recommendation, if you love this professor and you ask them to write you a recommendation and they say sure, and then they just say, yes, this person, did well in the class, they contributed to the conversation, I would have liked for them to, further the dialogue instead of just making comments, but yeah, they did pretty well in the class. That is what you will get if you just say, can you write me a letter of recommendation? But if you use that one word, that one key word, can you write me a great letter of recommendation? It causes the recommender to think. They may even say, sure, but you know what? Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Let me know, catch me up. It's been a while since you've been in my class. I know you did well. And also, if you have any of the papers that you've written and send me your grade, that'll be great too. So you can pique my interest, refresh my memory on how you performed in the classroom, because I have so many students. And if you let me know why you want to get a doctorate in XYZ field, that would be great too. Who knows? If you want to choose my discipline, I might even be on your committee. We might have a shared interest. So yeah, let's have that virtual coffee. Then you get a recommendation such as, it is my great honor to recommend so-and-so student to your program. They will be a great asset. I had a wonderful opportunity to learn with and teach this student. They can definitely handle the rigors of academic life. They not only contributed to the dialogue, but they furthered the conversation. They piqued the interest not only of me by asking different probing questions and things that I didn't even think about, but also the students. They are also, in terms of team projects, they are a great leader as well as a team player. I highly recommend this person. They wrote a paper that can definitely just with a little bit of tweaks can be a publishable paper in a peer-reviewed journal. I highly recommend this person. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be there to answer anything that you have. Boom. These are the ones. When we skim those recommendations and we're just like, I am delighted I unreservedly recommend this person versus this is a good student. Who do you think we got to give more weight to, right? Recommendations are huge. They are huge. They're only one aspect of an application, but they are huge. They are weighty. So make sure that you know how to ask for a recommendation, that you are thinking really, really strategically about who you are asking these recommendations from. And you also want to make sure that you are giving them as much information as you can in terms of the school to which you're applying, or the postdoc, or the scholarship, or the fellowship. What are their requirements for getting in? How do you feel you are a good fit, right? Have that conversation. This is not the time to be shy. This is not the time to, just send an email and pray that, someone responds back. You want to follow up. You want to be in their faces. You want to make sure that they know who you are, what you're about, why you want to get a doctorate, and why you're a good fit, and why they should give you a great recommendation. If you need help with that, I would love to help you, not only with recommendations, but also in terms of if you are a prospective doctoral student, for example. I have room for maybe about a few of you to add on to be a private client. I'm doing a So You Think You Want a Doctorate program with several of my clients right now, helping them not only discern their discipline if they don't know already, but their personal statement, their CVs, right? Their letters of recommendation. When do they start the online application? When should you order your transcripts? Let's talk about the email. Let's draft that email to your recommenders. Let's talk about that writing sample. Let's look at how can you mine all of your coursework for your best research paper. This is not the time for you to try your hand at something creative. Okay, this is not a sermon. This is not what you think you want to contribute to the field. This is not a test case, people. Okay, you want to find a writing sample that has already been vetted, already been graded by a professor with a great grade, okay? Because you want to put your best foot forward. If you want me to walk with you, to journey with you, to guide you through this process of getting into a doctoral program, please DM me, or if you're on Facebook, send me a private message. I would love to work with you. Also, if you're watching this on Facebook, I'll put the link to book a call in the description of this video. Now, for those of you also who are applying for fellowships or scholarships and going on the job market, again, this is really, really important. And I also guide clients through that process as well. There are so many things to know. I have served on so many different selection committees for fellowships, for scholarships, for admittance into programs. I ran my own program at my school, and I also served on a selection committee for presidents. I know what they are looking for. So if you want to put your best foot forward, if you want to learn how to create the best application so that you can show that you are a right fit for whatever you are doing, and you're coming off as a right fit and not someone who is conceited and someone who thinks they're going to come and fix and change and make your institution better. I read those too. No bueno. Okay. Anyway, this is Dr. Chanel T. Smith. This is my rant on, yes, listen, future Dr. Sade Burrell, email me. I do that too. And for those of you who are on your CV, for those of you going on the job market, I also do CV prep. I do mock interviews. Yes, you get dressed up. We have a half an hour interview, and then we unpack the interview, and I tell you what you did wrong. I tell you what you did right. I go over all of that. And also personal statements and that cover letter. Oh my goodness. Talk about what you need to get done to get that foot in the door. They won't even read the rest of your application if you don't have your cover letter or your personal statement right. I want to help you. That was so corny. My mother would say that was so corny. Anyway, I want to help you. So if you are applying for a doctoral program, if you are applying for fellowships, scholarships, if you are going on the academic job market, or even any type of job market, and you want me to go over your cover letters or your CVs or your recommendations, I am here. I would love to have a conversation with you. It is a free call just to see what you are up to see if what you need and what I offer is in alignment with what you need. Let's do this. All right. You all enjoy the rest of your day. Again, share this video with anyone who you think could benefit from it. I so appreciate you for joining me today. And go forth. Go forth and be great. Okay. And if you are panting your way, I'm going to remind you again, take some deep breaths. Take some deep breaths because you got this. And when you don't, ask for help. Do not be your own worst enemy. Ask for help. You are a scholar in training. That means you get to ask questions. You get to not know some things. Okay? So stop fronting, stop performing, stop perpetrating, stop all of that. Get the help that you need. And I hope that you will call me. I would love to journey with you. I would love to encourage you, give you that tough love, give you that guidance, because I've been there, done that, and I absolutely love what I do. All right, future doctors, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a blessed one. Take care.